Hello dear students, I would like to welcome you all to my class once again. In today's class, we are going to have a discussion on the 12th chapter of your textbook, and it is on tenses, which is a very important topic. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. Tenses. Before directly going to tense, let's first try to understand verbs. What are verbs, or what is a verb? Action words, or the words that refer to do something, or doing words like read, write, go, come, laugh. There are many words, many verbs. If I go on telling you, or if I go on writing on the board, verbs won't finish. So these are some of the words which I have written here, which are verbs, and all these words indicate or refer to do something. Doing words. Laugh, it means to do something. Read, it means to do something. Go, it means to do something. Come and write, again these words mean to do something. So what do we mean by tense? Tense means the tense of a verb tells us or shows us, the tense of a verb tells us or shows us when an action is done or when an action takes place. This is what we understand by tense. Tense of a verb, these are verbs. These are verbs, and tense of a verb tells us or shows us when an action is done or when an action takes place. So I am writing the three kinds or types of tenses. There are three kinds of tenses or three types of tenses, and these are present, past, and future. Present, past, and future. These are the three tenses. So what I said, that tense of a verb tells us or shows us when an action is done or when an action takes place. This is what we understand by tense. So I am writing these are the three types or kinds of tenses: present, past, and future. Now I am writing the kinds or types first. All the three kinds of tenses are divided into 4 kinds each. The first kind is simple. The second one is continuous. Third one is perfect, and the last and the fourth one is perfect continuous. These are the three types. I mean, present tense is of 4 kinds, past tense is of 4 kinds, and future again is of 4 kinds. Simple present, I am talking about present tense now. Simple present, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. In the past tense again, simple past, past continuous, past perfect continuous. In future tense again, we have these 4 kinds or types: future simple, future continuous, future perfect continuous. So these are the 4 kinds or types of tenses. Now let me write sentences. She reads the book. I'm writing one sentence here. She reads the book. Okay, let me write all the three sentences first and then I shall discuss. She read the book. She read the book. I'm writing one more sentence here. She will read the book. So see the first sentence first. She reads the book. This is the verb. Read. Here this is the verb. And here again this part is verb. So when I wrote the first one, what I wrote? She reads the book. If it is not, here the subject is she, it is third person singular, and that is why I am adding s to the verb. If the subject is not she, if the subject is not third person singular, if it is like I or we or you or they or any other plural subject, then I shall not write reads, I shall write read. So this sentence is in present tense. The first sentence is in present tense, simple present. This one read, it is in its original form, it is in present form, and s is there because the subject is third person singular. In present it is in present tense and present indefinite tense. So whenever a sentence, whenever the subject is third person singular in present indefinite tense, what happens? We add s or es to the verb. So this sentence is in present tense. She reads the book. Looking at this one, reads. Looking at this one, reads, we have come to know that it is in present tense. Which tense of present tense? Simple present. See the second one, she read. Here it is not read, it is read. It is in past tense. This sentence, this verb is in past tense. We know that a verb has three forms. A verb has three forms. A verb has three forms. The first one is the main one, the root word, which is the present form. Second one is the past form. In simply this one is V1. The first or the main verb is what? We say V1 or the present form. The second form is V2, means the past form. The past form of the verb. And the last gone is, this one is V3. That means it is past participle. So a verb has three forms. The main one, then V2, which is the past form, V3 is past participle. Then you see, I have written another verb here, read. This one is the main word, then this is V2 and this is V3. When I say V2, I mean past form, and V3 past participle. So in this case, some words, what happens, some verbs do not change. Their spellings and pronunciations remain same. But here in this case, read, in the next two cases, I mean V2 and V3, the pronunciation changes. Here it is read, the main one. Now here V2, the spelling is same but the pronunciation is different. We shall say read. This one is again read. Read, read. So some words, what happens, like if I write like shut, S-H-U-T, shut, S-H-U-T, shut, S-H-U-T, shut. Some words, what happens, they do not, when they go to a past tense or past participle tense, past form or past participle form, what happens, their pronunciation and their spelling remains the same. Shut. Let me write one more example. Cut, C-U-T, cut, C-U-T, cut. cut. This is the main word, and the past form of cut is again cut. Past participle is again same, cut. So some words when they change to some verbs when they change to past form and past participle form, they do not change. Their spelling and their pronunciation remain the same. But here what happens in case of read? In case of read, the spelling remains the same, but the pronunciation changes. She read the book. It is in past tense. She read the book. It is in past form. The verb is in past form. So this sentence is in present tense. The first one, she reads the book. If I write in place of she, if I write I, then I shall say I read, not reads. I read the book. If I write we in the same tense, if the subject is we, I shall say we read the book. If the subject is you, I shall say you read the book. If the subject is they, then what? I shall write they read the book. Since here the subject is third person singular, that is why I have added s to the verb. And second sentence, you see the verb is in past tense. The verb is in past tense. So looking at the tense of the verb, we can understand, or we can say when the action is done or when the action takes place. See the last sentence, she will read the book. Here the first one was reads, the second one was read. Here will read. I have added will to read, and now it has become a sentence of future tense. It is in simple future tense. So looking at this part, we can understand that when the action is done, or when the action is taking place, or when the action takes place. So the tense of the verb tells us when an action is taking place, or when an action took place, or when an action will take place. So this is what all about. I mean, all about tense. And some words, what happens? Some words do not change when they go to past tense and past participle tense. Their spellings and their pronunciations remain same. And some words, what happens? Just like read, the spelling remains same, but the pronunciation changes. In case of this one, there are sentences given in your textbook as well. I am writing. Let me write one more sentence from your textbook. The students, make it plural. The students write the poem. The students write the poem. I'm writing one more sentence. The students wrote the poem. And the next and the last one is the students will write the poem. Here you see the students write the poem, the students wrote the poem, and the students will write the poem. Just like the previous case, the example that I gave, here you see the verb is in present tense. Write is the verb here, and it is in present tense. It is in its main form. So it is a sentence of present tense. The students wrote the poem. Here, looking at this one, wrote. It is the V2. It is the past form of write. Wrote is the past form of or past tense of write. So students wrote the poem. So looking at this one, we are getting, getting the meaning. We are understanding that when the action took place in present tense or in past tense or in future tense. Looking at this one, we can understand this. So this sentence is a sentence of past tense, and we have come to know this looking at this one. Looking at this one, wrote. The students will write the poem. This sentence is in future tense. How have we come to know, or how have we come to understand this one? Looking at this part, will write. The students will write. Shall or will, they come in future case, in future tense. So will, this part we have come to understand that this sentence is in which tense? It is in future tense, and this action will take place in future. Looking at this part, we have come to know this. So the tense of the verb, here it is in present tense, here it is in past tense, and here it is in future tense. The tense of the verb tells us or shows us when an action is done or when an action takes place. So this is all about tense, and this is what a tense tells us or shows us. And a tense is of 4 kinds or types. I wrote when I started in the beginning. I wrote there are 4 kinds or types. Present has 4 kinds or types. Past has 4 kinds or types, and future again has 4 kinds or types. I'm writing and once again. The first kind is simple, then continuous, then the third one is perfect, and the fourth and the last one is perfect continuous. These are the 4 kinds or types of tense. Present is of these 4 kinds, past tense is of these 4 kinds, and future again is of these 4 kinds. If we talk about present tense, then the first kind is what? Simple present, present continuous, present perfect, present perfect continuous. If we talk about past tense, then simple past, past continuous, past perfect continuous. Similarly, in future tense also, future simple, future continuous, future perfect continuous. So these are the 4 kinds or types of the 3 tenses. And examples also I wrote. So this is all about today's class. It was about tense. And what does tense mean? The tense is related to verb. When we speak about tense, we speak about verb, tense of the verb. So the tense of the verb tells us or shows us when an action is done, or when an action is taking place or takes place, or when an action will take place. So looking at the tense of the verb, we understand or we come to know about the action which is going to take place, or which took place, or which will take place. So tense of the verb tells us about the action which is tells us when an action will take place, or when an action takes place. So this is what tense of the verb tells us. And I wrote some examples also from your textbook. So this is all about today's class, and if you find there is any kind of confusion regarding today's discussion, as I told in my previous classes, you can call me The number has already been provided to you, given to you. You can call me after 8 p.m. between 8 and 10. From 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. you can call me. I shall answer your questions and I shall try to clear your confusions. And you watch the video again and again, and then you can ask me questions if there is any kind of confusion in your mind. So till then, take care of your studies and be safe. Stay at home and take care of your health as well. Thank you.